Do you want to know how to grow your triceps? Well, stick around and I'll show you. What's going on, guys? Brandon Franklin here, Swolock's online coach, talking about how to grow your triceps and get those arms looking humongous. Your triceps take up 2/3 of your arm. So at overall size, your biceps are going to be 1/3 of the arm and the triceps are going to be 2/3. So if you're looking to put on a lot more mass, grow the arms significantly, seeing very good results and increasing that pressing power, triceps is where you should put all your efforts into. All right, so to begin with learning about the triceps, how to train them, we got to look at the anatomy chart here. So we got 3 heads to the tricep. We look right here, I drew out the scapula and the shoulder. This is going to be important when I'm talking about long head development. So we have the lateral head. This is, take for example, you're looking at someone in back and you're taking that back view right there. So you got the lateral head, which is always going to be on the side, on the right side here, and then on the left side right here. That's going to be paired with that long head. That's going to be the medial portion, where if you were to hold your arm out like this and you have that mass right on the bottom, that's that long head. That's going to be targeted by anything where you're doing it overhead. And then you have the medial head. This is going to be that pressing power. You do bench press, you do close grip bench press. That's going to be the muscle for you. And then you can see the long head attaches on to the scapula, and the rest of the muscles don't attach onto the scapula, but more onto the elbow region. And then you got to take in consideration they attach all the way into this tendon, which I'm going to talk about with triceps, and if you're doing wrong form, how it could lead on to tendonitis, and we do not want that. All right, so we're talking about 2 functions here. One's going to be adduction of that arm into our side, and the other one is going to be elbow extension. To start out with, adduction of the arm is going to be anything where we're tucking in those elbows and contracting to hit that lateral head of the triceps there. So that could be with the cable pushdowns. We're pulling those elbows in so we keep them nice and tight, and then flare out, because the more and then flare out with your hands. But the more we keep those arms inside, the more we don't let that front delt take over, because we start rounding that shoulder forward once we start flaring out those elbows when it comes to cable pushdowns. And then we got extension of the elbow. We're going to be extending out. That's going to be that extension of the tricep. Also, we take, for example, kickbacks right here, a dumbbell, cable, doesn't matter. We're extending and even getting a little bit of shoulder extension to really maximize that squeeze on that long head and to the rest of the heads of the tricep. So let's move into how we can incorporate this into your training, right? We're going to start out with the long head. First exercise, and that's widely known as the best tricep builder, is going to be the skull crusher. Now this is good not for overall development, but for putting mass onto those triceps, because the long head is going to be a contributing factor, and that is the biggest muscle. Like you can see right here that I drew out, it is the biggest muscle of all 3 heads of the tricep there. So that would be involving skull crushers, whether that be with a cable, whether that be with a barbell, dumbbell, one arm extension with a dumbbell as well, and then anything overhead, whether that be of course a barbell, cable, and dumbbells. That's going to be able to get that stretch, holding that stretch, squeezing the biceps to maximize the stretch. Any overhead movement or anything with triceps, you want to squeeze the biceps so that you imagine ripping these fibers apart of the tricep and maximizing growth, because I bet you have not done this before, and your body will be telling you the next day, holy cow, I'm sore, right? So we can move on to the lateral head of the tricep. This is going to be anything where we're getting that full extension, full lockout. So anything where we're taking a cable, for example, on a rope, contracting down, pushing down, and then splitting at the bottom. What that splitting is going to do is you're going to be taking the contraction off of the long head and trying to put all of it into the lateral head with turning that pinky away from your body, right? So that would be done with the rope push down, and then with dumbbells we can do this with cables or dumbbells. We take them like this and then contract out just like that. That's going to be really important for making those triceps look 3D, gives it that pop, gives it that shape that you want. It's going to elevate your physique to that whole other level so that people start looking at your arms because they're going to be way more developed and not just look like that fatty look from big long head. You want that definition, you go for that lateral head. On to the last one, third head of the tricep, medial head. Pretty easy to hit, and you already get a lot of tension onto the medial head from secondary movements such as dips, bench press, and shoulder press. But to get more work, and I do suggest hitting this at least one exercise in putting into your tricep workout or arm day, is going to be close grip bench press. So not super close. I want you to hold out your arms straight ahead of you and then grab the bar. It should be it shouldn't be farther out, it shouldn't be closer in and together, because we want to keep that shoulder in a good position. If we're in too close, we're going to be using those front delts. It's just going to feel awkward for that shoulder. And if we're out too wide, the wider we go, the more we use that pec and the front delts. We want to put all the effort right onto the triceps, beef them up, make sure you get the fullness. And this also extends right below the long head that I haven't drawn out here, which is going to push out that long head, give that illusion of even more mass. This is going to be increasing your strength on all your compound movements, bench press, dips, and shoulder press. And another variation that we can do to hit that medial head is any kind of push down, whether that be with the cable, any kind of attachments. So specifically a V-bar push down. So if you're looking at a V, we're pushing down, that's going to be using that medial head, and then a straight bar push down or an easy bar push down. Anything where we're pushing that away from us, we're going to be using that medial head, building that up. So how to incorporate all three of these into your workout, I would suggest doing one exercise of each and then doing 2 exercises of the lateral head, because what I see very often when you go into the gym, not a lot of people develop their lateral head. So getting 2 exercises for that lateral head, making that your number 1 priority in your tricep training, is going to make those triceps blow up, look 3D, and that's what we all want, big arms, right? So if you found this helpful, make sure to drop a like. Remember that I help you with online coaching. If you want speed, if you want accountability, consistency, I'm your guy for that. Contact me below. I dropped a link right there. Make sure to comment below if you liked incorporating all 3 of these heads of the tricep into your training and how you felt the day after soreness wise. And make sure to subscribe and turn on post notifications, because all I post is fitness videos for you guys to learn and incorporate and get bigger. Awesome. I'll see you in the next one.